Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome back for another video. It's again a Saturday. That means we got another dungeon guide or another dungeon walkthrough, which means I have done 100 runs of this instance. I'm right outside here, which is Wrath of the Lich King Dungeon, Gundrak. So I'm going to be running it one more time while I show you how I do it. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you all the loot that I've decided to keep in this place, so I can put it on the auction house and sell it for big bucks. So before we go into the dungeon, let me just show you where it is located. If you don't know, you're probably new to the game because it is not a new dungeon. It is a fairly old dungeon, but it's in Northrend. It's in Wotlk, and then it's all the way up here in Gundrak. You can even see the big name here, and then there's the entrance right here. So yeah, let's jump into it, and let's run it, and then I'll talk about it while I do it, and then obviously show you the loot at the end. Right off the back here, I run too fast if I go into my cat form. So when I jump down, I will actually land on this level there instead of actually going all the way down. So if you are very fast, just jump down normally. No cat form, anything else but that. So yeah, just a little tip there. But yeah, I'm inside it here. Make sure you click these altars, because it will drop down a like statue, and then it will eventually turn when you get to the third boss. So if you don't do that, you can't get to the last boss, and therefore missing out on a lot of time. In here, in this room, you can also see there's mobs in the waters, but I do not kill them because when I get into the water, I am very slow compared to when I'm running in cat form. So I do not go down and kill them because it's I feel like it's a bit too much time effort, or you spend too much time going for those mobs in order to get a little bit more loot, a little bit more kills. So in terms of the time that you spend on it, I don't think is that valuable, or it's not good enough for it. So therefore I do not do it. Also, on this boss, make sure you actually kill all these mobs around it, because they do drop loot. But if you only pull them, they will run into the boss and you won't be able to kill them, meaning you won't be able to get the loot. So make sure you actually kill them before they get into the boss. That is a little bit of extra loot there. So yeah, and then the second altar is clicked. Now let's get to the last one. It's a fairly quick dungeon, so you don't really necessarily need any speed set for it. You don't need any particular class for it either. Usually I always do it on my druid because it has dream walk, so you can port out and you can go back in, so you start outside the instance. But that is actually not needed for this dungeon, because you can actually exit this place right after the last boss. Well, behind him there's an exit, so this is actually doable for any class. I think I do it in about 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. So it's a fairly quick dungeon as well. I mean, I do run pretty fast and I do have a lot of speeds, but I think any class could really do this in 6 minutes or less. So you don't really need anything specific for it. Yeah, whoops, that not meant to happen. Usually you can go over that bridge without falling down, but yeah, we are going towards the last few mobs. Actually, up these stairs, there's only these, god damn it, there's only these few packs here, or these two dinosaurs, I was supposed to say, rhinos, and then the boss, which is right here. And then you can exit it over here on the left, and it's quite easy. Well, you don't actually get outside of the entrance, or the yeah, where I entered it, because you're actually going to go to the opposite side, which is just over here in this house, or this structure right here. You can actually go in here as well, but if you do go in here, you will actually enter where you exit, so you will actually be at the last boss, and then you have to backpedal, which is quite annoying. I tried that the first run, which did not work at all. So just fly over to the real entrance, rinse and repeat, and yeah, that is basically the run. That is pretty much the run, or that is the run, because there's nothing more to do in there. If you do it on heroic, there's a secret boss as well, but as you know, if you kill a boss on heroic, you will be locked out for, well, after the first run or after the first boss, you will have a 24 hours reset timer, or a cooldown, or like instant lockout. So you won't be able to do it another time. So that's why I'm doing it on normal, just so you know. But as you're probably wondering, what loot can you get in here, and what have I decided to keep? So let's look into it. We're just gonna venture the trash to be just looted. You will be getting obviously Frostweave cloth. That is mandatory, not mandatory, that is obvious. You get them for every single dungeon in Wrath of the Lich King. I have way too many, so I've sold mine. They're not that expensive anyways, but you can use them for crafting. I'll just quickly mention that because yeah, well, I don't need them, so I'm vending. That's why I don't have any of them in my bag. You'll probably get like 4,000 if not more per, like, for 100 runs, so you'll get a lot. That's why I'm farmed a lot of Wrath of the Lich King Dungeon. I got too many of them. You will get blues as well. You can see I have them down here, which are dungeon specific. You will get a lot of them. I can actually just go over them quickly now. I'm just going to vendor that because I have 2 down here. But you will get these braces. I'm only going to keep 2 because that is the max of items that I'm posting on my auction house. So I'll have these on the auction house at all times, which have the potential of someone buying them. But they are very easy to get. They are not very valuable. These are only 731, well, 250, and 1.4. And then I got this one, which is apparently I have sold all the time, well, throughout all my runs. But that is also a specific one for this dungeon, which is almost 2k. But yeah, as I said, these are very easy to get. You get a lot of them. I'm only keeping 2 of each because then I can post them on my auction house. And if they sell, they sell. If they don't, I'll just keep posting till they do. So yeah, keep a couple and then vendor the rest because you are going to get a lot of these. You will also, with the around the second boss, you will get the crystallized water, which you can then turn into the eternal water, which will give you a little bit of gold. It's not insane. It's only 2k, not even 2k, but they will sell, and you can also use them for your crafting if you want to. But yeah, I would keep them. They definitely sell, and it's better than just vendoring them. But yeah, besides those, there is a lot of items. And if you have watched any of my other Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, you know I often talk about the fake value items, which is item that shows to be very expensive or worth a lot of gold, but will probably never sell because there are too many well, not duplicate, there's too many recolors of the same model, so like slightly recolors. I can actually show you in just a bit. But there are a lot of those items here as well, if not all of them. I have sold a few Wrath of the Lich King weapons, so yeah. Just so you know, these values, especially going towards this area down here, is probably not gonna sell for that price. But let's just go through them anyways. Let's start with the armor pieces. I have a pair of braces here, which is 12k. I got 3 of those. And the reason why I'm saying is it's fake value because you can see the region market value average is only 3k and the region sales average is only 60 gold. That means they're selling for way less if you combine all the realms or all the servers in your region. So that's why on my server they're really high, but for most other servers they're really low. And that's why I'm calling it fake value, because they are actually not worth as much as they are. Well, they're posted for that price on my server, but they are most likely not going to sell for that price because they're quite easy to get and there's a lot of recolors of that exact model. So that, keep that in mind. We got 2 belts here, which is 6.1. We got a Wolverine leggings. I got a lot of these. I'm probably going to vendor most of my items because I already got them from other instances. But I've gotten a lot of these. I probably sold already 4. I've probably gotten 8 of these leggings. So as you can see, if you get 8 of the same leggings, even if it's 100 runs, they're probably not going to be that valuable because they're quite easy to get. But I have 9 in total now. I got 2 in the auction house. I got 4 on this character, and I got 3 in my guild bank as well. So I'm gonna vendor these. But these are Wolverine leggings for 2.4. We got the Mammoth leggings for 3.7. Again, I'm gonna vendor mine because I already got a lot of them, or I got some on the auction house already. For 3.1, we got the Maradin pants, which is 6.1. I got again a lot of these. We got a Rhino. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but a chest piece here, which is 2.8. And as you can see, they're not that interesting as well, looking like they're quite similar to each other, and colors are quite boring, but I mean, if it says 3k market value and it's posted for 2.8, I'm gonna try and sell them off, but keep in mind they might not sell. It might take a while to sell at least. We got some Frostpaw boots, which is 5k. We got some Frostpaw shoulders, which is 26k on my server, only 3k market value, 3.3k market value. We got a quite boring looking cloak here, which is apparently 35k on my server and 42k in market value. Only 2k region sales average, but even if I could sell this for 2k, I would be happy. It's better than not even a goal if you vendor it, so I'll take it. And then onto the weapons, where we are experiencing a lot of the fake valued stuff, even more so than the chest pieces, but let's go through them. We got a sword here, a blade, a scorched blade, if I'm saying that correctly, which is almost 5k. We got an axe here, which is 7k. I got 3 of those. We got a gun here, which is one of the items that is usually doing pretty well. Gun shields are the weapons that usually sells, but yeah, we got this gun here, 7.5, and then we got another axe here, which is 5k. And here I can actually show you the thing that I mean with the fake value and being similar to other items, because these two items here looks exactly the same except for the recoloring, and I think there's probably 4 other recolors of this model other than these two, and that's the reason, I believe, is the reason why it's not that valuable, because you can get it fairly easy. You can get it at pretty much every Wrath of the Lich King dungeon, and there is 5 or 6 other recolors of that exact model, so there's nothing unique about it, and it's not rare. So therefore, these items being worth this much, especially here you can see the region market value average is 630,000 gold. There's no way anyone is paying 600,000 gold for this item, especially not when you can just buy either this one or well, it's 5k on my server now, but you can go farm it pretty easily as well. There's no way anyone is buying it for 600,000, so therefore fake value. But that was just a little an explanation about why most of these items probably not going to sell for the price they're posted for. But a dagger here, because we're going to continue. A dagger here, 10k. I got 3 of them in this bag, but I got 2 on the auction house as well, so I got 5 in total. Probably going to vendor a few. We got a big sword here as well, 10k again. A region market value average 140. No way anyone's going to post buy it for that price, but if I can get 10k for it, I'll be happy. But I got 5 in total now, so I'll probably going to vendor this one. A shield, which is, as I said, the ones that are usually selling, but 35,000 gold. Region market value average 500k. Region sales average is only 2.5k. I got 7 in total. I don't really need any more, especially not if they're not selling, but I got 3 in these 100 runs in Gundrak, 35. I got a 3 swords here, the fur grip broadsword, which is 41k on my server, only 12,000 gold in market value on my server, but I got 3. Then we have a mace here, which is 60,000 gold on my server, 242,000 in market value. We'll see if it sells. Probably not for that price. Then we have another mace, which is, again, as you can see, the same model, but just a slightly recolored version of it, which is 75,000 on my server, only 47,000 gold in market value. Region sales average 3k. So probably not going to sell on my server for that much, but if it go down a little bit, it might sell. We got another sword, which is 130,000 gold on my server. Again, region sales average is way lower. I don't expect any of these items to actually sell for these prices, but I'm just gonna keep a couple of them on the auction house, and then if they sell, they sell, and eventually if they don't, I'll vendor them. I will take them off the auction house once I cleaned it out and vendor some of these items, because I don't expect them to sell for this price, but I'm just gonna try anyways to see if I could be lucky and if anyone actually wants these items. A staff, which is 178,000 gold. Let's just continue, because these prices are just going to get even more ridiculous. It's, again, same model, just another recolor. Almost 400,000 gold. I mean, I don't know what more to say, because I've already explained it up here. And again with this one, a crossbow, which is apparently on my server worth 1.6 million gold. On average in the region, it only sells for 100, not even 100, 1.4k gold. So I don't know, man. It's posted for this price on my server. Is apparently this about that worth that much, but not in the region. But we're just gonna post it and see what happens. Probably not. We got a staff here, which is 14,000. I got 2 of them. We got another staff here, which is only 7k, which is this, again, same model, but just slightly recolored. We got an axe, 23. We got another axe, which is quite good looking, I'd say, if you're going for like a Viking theme. But 44, 7.5 region average sale. So I mean, that is a decent item if it sells for just 7.5. I mean, I'll take that. And then we got a few recipes, just some boring gil crafting, which on my server right now it sells really well. Usually they don't, because gil crafting, who does gil crafting in Wrath of the Lich King? And now, especially now that the classic version is coming out, or is out, then there's definitely no one going back to Northrend to even drink or anything, play in this expansion, and then use these gil crafting recipes. So they don't really do that well, but apparently they've been selling off on my servers, so I'm keeping them. But I got 2 of this, a Thundering Sky Flare Diamond, which is 1.5, and a design here for 2.3. But yeah, that is basically everything that I've decided to keep. As I said, I'm gonna be vendoring some of these items because I have way too many. But take this video, take this dungeon with a pinch of salt, because some of these items, it's decent. I mean, if you don't have any of these items, go farm them and have them on the auction house at all times. So if someone comes around wanting to buy any of these, it might potentially be yours, because that is better than to not have them on the auction house. But again, some of these items are fake value. They won't sell for what price they are posted at, especially not 1.6 million for a crossbow, which is pretty easy to get, but you could be lucky. It could be 100k on your server, and that is a more reasonable price. It could be 50k on your server, which is even a more reasonable price. But yeah, just having it on the auction house gives you the potential of a sale. Is it worth it to keep posting it for a year before it sells? I don't know. It's up to you. You guys can decide for that one. But that was it. That was all the loot that I wanted to show you from this particular dungeon. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you stayed to the end. It could be a bit long with all these items, and I keep repeating myself, but I'm sorry about that. But yeah, Gundrak is done. I am 6 or 7 dungeons away to complete all the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, so we're getting really close on that. But yeah, I don't know even what to say there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like. Comment if you sold any of these items, if you're better luck than me, worse luck than me. Oh, we actually forgot something. We forgot to see how much gold I've actually made or have in my bag for the whole entire dungeon. I got a macro that shows my value of my items in my bag, and it is 3,261,000 gold. So 3 million for 100 runs of Gundrak. Yeah, there you have it. But yeah, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.